Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with next celebrity reading, and we are going to get into our Chris Watts reading. I was asked to do a Scott Peterson reading, so I just finished doing that. So make sure that you go check that out. And subscribe also while you're waiting on me to shuffle and get through all of this little bit of information. The rest of all of this information is going to be at the end of the reading, so just hang tight for a second. We're going to go over some astrology first and kind of who Chris Watts is. So we're going to find out exactly what's going on with this guy. We're going to find out current frustrations, things that bother him, like things that were added in, feelings, emotions during the situation. Trigger warning for death, murder, killing, yada, yada. Okay. Chris Watts was a Christopher Lee Watts when he was born, and he was born in 1985 in May. I have to say that I am extremely shocked that he's a Taurus. There's not very many murdery Tauruses. I'm a Taurus, so I know. Like, I've looked it up if I was like a murdery type. I mean, well, who doesn't, right? I know I did. Okay. Anyway, so this is odd to me. I just found that this was odd. If anybody else knows about anybody who's murdery, who is a Taurus, please let me know, because I had no idea that there was a murdery Taurus. Okay, so he's murdery and he's a Taurus. He was born in North Carolina, and he was born on the 16th of May. His astrology is Taurus, and then he's also Libra. Ascending. Wow. That's so weird. Okay. I'm going to go over, again, trigger warning, I'm going to go over what he did and why we call him a murderer. He's an American murderer. That's his job on Wikipedia, an American murderer who admits to killing his pregnant wife, Shanann Catherine Watts. And she was born January 10th, 1984 in New Jersey. And this was done by strangulation. And their daughters as well, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, died by asphyxiation due to smothering. He then disposed of his daughters' bodies in oil tanks, and then he buried his wife into a shallow grave at his work site. Watts pleaded guilty on the 6th of November 2018 to multiple counts of first-degree murder as part of the plea deal when his death penalty was removed from sentencing. He was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole, 3 to be served consecutively and 2 to be served concurrently. On December 2018, Watts was moved to an out-of-state location due to a little bit of security concerns. I think he got his ass beat. I'm hoping he got his ass beat, but I'm pretty sure he did. And so on the 5th of December, he arrived at the Dodge Correctional Institution, a maximum security prison in Wisconsin, and to continue serving all of his life sentences. So this man will never be out. He won't hurt another human being ever again. And I'm sorry, unfortunately, that we had to lose those beautiful women, ladies, girls, to understand what a crazy monster that guy is. He doesn't look like he'd be crazy, but he is cray. He's crocodile tears crazy. His whole face is crooked. One side's like lifts. It's like snarls up. Ugh, I can't even deal with looking at his face. I can't. Okay, so I'm going to get into a current energy. So we'll find out currently where he is at on things, and then we will confirm through tarot. Okay, so he's currently in a place where he's revealing more truth. He might be actually even bringing out more information as far as the crimes he committed. So he's actually having some reflection time. So he's looking into the mirror, he's checking himself out, he's looking at himself. I don't know how much reflection time you can have when you're a monster, but he's bringing out some truth. He's revealing some things. Now, this might be only to himself. Time will tell. Or it might be to somebody else, or to, the authorities or whatever. I don't know how far the truth or what the truth and the information behind it is. I do know that there's something to do with lack of creation, something creatively just not in some sort of place. Food, lack of food. He doesn't like the food. The food. He wants to eat, but the food is disgusting. He keeps having dreams where he's in the dream, and it's almost like he gets an opportunity to change something in the dream. So he's probably having some lucid dreaming, and in the dreams, he's really thinking that he's grasping awareness and he's getting opportunities to do certain things, and that's to maneuver around in his dreams. Whether or not he's actually having lucid dreams, I don't know, but that is currently in his energy as of right now. So yeah, just lacking divinity, lacking in enlightenment, lacking spiritual source also. So I don't know, maybe they're drugging him before he goes to bed, and maybe that's what he thinks he's doing. I'm lucid dreaming. I'm not there. I can't tell you, but I know that I don't like the guy. So I might be a little snarky from here to there a few times when I'm doing this reading. I really don't like this guy. This guy really bugs me. Hey, okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. We're going to find out about the situation in the sense of just kind of what it was that was currently frustrating. What currently frustrated you when you murdered your wife and children, sir? Ugh. You know, it's just like this. I don't even know what I was thinking getting into this. What was I thinking getting involved in this? Here I am. I thought it was a good idea. I did for like 2 seconds. And then I'm like, I got in here. I'm like, hey, okay, let's just get into it. Here we go. Finding out current frustrations during the situation with his wife and his 2 beautiful girls. So we're going to find out the current frustration of that matter, why it bothered him, his feelings, his thoughts surrounding the situation. Like, what were you thinking, you pile of shit? I'm sorry. Okay. Got my shit together here. All right. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles is going to be, it's going to be her. That energy. That reliable, she's always available. She was very secure, very loving. This is something that was his current frustration. So this lady right here was his current frustration. This beautiful, stable, very career driven. She was being, kind of pushing in the businesses of certain businesses. I just feel like this reliable, safe, loving individual was very much his frustration. This was the frustration right here. He felt as if like the reward for all of his efforts weren't actually being rewarded. So he didn't think that this was enough of a sacrifice for him. Like he was like, what am I doing? I'm just sacrificing for no reason. Like, why am I here? Type of thing. And he felt like he was settling, and it was tangible. He was trusting the situation. But again, it was not worth the efforts, is kind of was the thinking around the frustration, and the frustration being a human. Okay. That was his frustration. As far as why it bothered him so much, because he had a lot of wishful thinking. With the world in reverse, Ace of Wands that is an upright, he felt like it would put him in a different vision. He felt like it would put him into a new beginning, get into more of an original kind of energy, a fresh start. He wanted an adventure. He wanted something new. That is the bottom fucking line. That's all that he was doing. Wishful thinking, disgusting. Taking an awful amount of time here is how he felt. He felt like this was just like ruling his life. He felt like the world had no more like circling around him. It didn't matter. He felt like very much he was feeling out of his ego for sure. You pile of shit. I just don't like him. Okay, so also I'm just going to throw this out there also with that Ace of Wands. It could even be indicating because why his wife was bothering him is because the sex was good over where he was getting it. Okay, I have to say that because that's what that is. Let's get into also the feelings and emotions surrounding the deaths. I want to know. I don't even know. I want to know though. I do want to know feelings and emotions. All right. So he felt like this, was shady, but he continued to do it. And this is 7 of Swords in reverse. So this was very shady shit, shady tactics. He was taking shady tactics. He was going in, and he was definitely he knew that whatever secrets were kind of like underlining the situation, he knew that whatever was secretive or shady about this and whatever he was going to do, he literally knew that this would come to light. He knew he'd get caught. He knew that this would come to light, and he would pass the blame. He was going to pass the blame onto somebody else, no matter what, However he could, he would do it. That's what he would do. And he thought he knew everything. And little did he fucking know. Little do you know, bitch. Asshole. His emotions were that, like, nothing really. I mean, he was very repressed emotionally. He didn't give two shits, okay? He was near a new beginning. He really didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't pity the situation. He didn't pity whatever he did. He didn't pity it. This was supposed to be a family, and he destroyed it. He didn't care. He felt like the situation he failed miserably at, though. He wanted to move on, though. Emotionally, he wanted a new beginning. He wanted to move the fuck on. He wanted to get the fuck out of here. But emotionally, I feel like he was definitely intense. I think that there was a codependency here also within and around him and his wife, for certain. I think otherwise she would have probably already left. I think there was also a neediness, for sure. But if you think about it, before he became obsessed with somebody else, he had to have been obsessed with her. And I know that he was very possessive. He was probably very possessive, very greedy with her. So before the others or whatever, he was definitely obsessed with her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ugh, I just hate him so bad. Okay. We're going to find out a little bit more here. We're going to find out feelings and thoughts surrounding the little ones in specific. Okay, Tower. We got a Tower. We got our Chariot. We got our Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so he felt like nothing was actually secure unless he was like changing the situation. So he had to change this. This was something that was probably fated. There was definitely some disruption, but I don't think that it was on the inside. I think the external disruption or the chaos that we all seen or him upset was fraud, for sure. This was definitely fraud. But he doesn't have a whole lot of grief. There was not much grief. There's not much grief about it. There's not much about the loss. It's just he put himself to busy work. He put himself to task. Had a lot to do with kind of like just expanding wherever he could as far as like kind of distracting himself from whatever it was that was going on. But he was super good at whatever he did. He felt like it was kind of a victory. Yeah. He felt like this was a sacrifice for self-love. He felt like, I'm overcommitted here. I'm too forceful. It'd be too forceful if I were to stay. He definitely changed his perspective on whatever it was that he was, he thought he knew about, or he if he were to reflect on it, he thought he knew better. And it's still concurring. Eesh. I don't like him. Did I mention that? Did I mention how much I hate this guy? All right, let's find out. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them, because I'm thinking of a couple here. I just want to kind of clear some things up that I'm kind of curious about, I guess. Let's find out where he is now. Okay. Judgment card. Doesn't surprise me. Hanged Man. Hermit in reverse. So, as of right now, something pivotal here. I feel like the limbo is something that he's going to have to always be kind of in. I mean, especially if you're in prison. He would have to like move on to the other side to actually see what he did. He would have to take a step back, drop dead, let go of control completely. He would have to not be who he is to see what he did. Okay. He's not able to change or control even anything about how he sees what happened. There is a self-realization here. There was redemption surrounding around this loving people here. He felt like his motives were true in the situation. And he felt like this was like, something that was like an awakening. Like I need to start my new beginning. He felt like this was something like spiritual even. He probably thought there was a huge connection to whatever it was he was doing, because he felt like there was true motive. He felt like, whatever was behind what I was doing, I meant to do that. I meant to bring some sort of peace in my life. He thought it would bring peace. I hate this guy. Did I say that already? Yeesh. His situation with him, where he's at now, he wants the fulfillment would be to be alone, okay, withdraw. He definitely introverts. He definitely goes on the inside, but he's constantly looking for someone to, guide him. And he probably looks for somebody to be around even in there, or like to even talk to, or, just be in a place where he can seek guidance or some sort of sanity within the situation that he's in now. He doesn't really even think about what he did. He's more or less now like, oh, the problems he has now. I know what problems he has. Where does he want to be? He wants to be the hero. He wants to be the person that saves the day. He wants to be the person that pursues the wife and the kids and rescues them. He has a lot of passion, and the passion is definitely something he's determined. He would definitely be determined if he were to be able to pursue, saving the day, or being the hero. That's where he would like to be. He definitely would like to be in a place where he could, bring some harmony back. But it's like there's a breakdown. There's just a lack of any sort of harmony here. And there's what he feels like there was lack of harmony in the home. So he feels as if even if I were to have been, very intelligent through that and been the hero, I feel like there would have been a breakdown eventually. Yeah, he doesn't want to feel unsupported anymore. He feels like there's no support. He feels like there's definitely no sense of commitment coming from him when it comes to any relationships anymore. He has no extensions really. And he goes back to his childhood. That's where he would like to be. He wishes he could simplify things, stop overthinking about things, but going back into his childhood puts him in a place of safety, and he wishes I could go back into my childhood. I would bring myself back together. I would create harmony. This would build harmony back together. What a dickhole. Okay. I can't even deal with this situation. All right, let's find out. Last couple cards here. Last things being said through the tarot, through the cards. He was motivated by a lover. This is with the Empress in reverse, 4 of Pentacles upright, and we got our Moon in reverse also. This was motivated by a lover. This was because his heart is out of touch. He's completely disconnected from his intuition, really. As far as disruption, he didn't mind that one bit. And this is all to do with the mother. This is all to do with the mother. The motivation was done because of a lover. Now, this could have been his wife. This could have been that other woman. I mean, it all resonates. It's all surrounding female. The 2 girls, the mother, the other woman. I mean, he was even feminine. He's very feminine. If you even look at him, you can feel it. I think, Taurus, that's feminine. And that earth element. I mean, it was just all about the feminine. Ugh. The relationship was confusing. He felt like she was stubborn. He felt like there was a stagnancy in the relationship. There was definitely something that was stagnant here. And he felt like she was a little bit mean. There was a meanness or freak, clean freak. Yeah, he definitely wanted it to end, but he knew that almost every day that it was coming to an end. He knew there was an end. And he knew that this was always engaged in his mind. I have to say that. This person knew. he's always gonna like, it's not like he's snap-a-doodled. Like there was something going on that she wasn't talking about, most likely. Nobody knows a fucking thing about. He was losing touch with the whole fucking picture. He was losing a little bit of his marbles here. And he no longer seen the actual truth. Again, the insecurity, the ego really had a lot to do with this. And this whole fucking motivated by your lover, like get the fuck out of here with that shit. That is disgusting. Like you have to be losing your marbles to even think that that represented like, ooh, let's run out and murder people. No. And he no longer was seeing the truth. This was definitely something that, you know, he was driven. There was a lot of anxiety around it too. A lot of almost like a tick. I don't know. I don't like these feeling. I don't like the feeling of it. Not at all. But if he were to reflect on the situation, he knows that, you know, the dishonesty, the overthinking, the anxiety, it was just taking him to a place where he was losing sense. He was losing touch with, you know, reality, what the fuck was going on. And there were so many, it's just indicating so many vulnerabilities, so many confusing things that were kind of like hidden underneath. So blind completely to what was real. So everything, it was illusion. I mean, all the facts were muddied. Pile of shit. Okay, I'm out of here. I gotta quit with this reading. This reading's killing my heart. I gotta go with my kids and do some things, and I will be back tomorrow. And I'm not gonna do any more convicts. I can't take it. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. It's just terrible. Okay, share, like, and follow, please. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and click that bell. If you do this, you're gonna make it so that you don't miss any of my readings. I know all my murder mystery readings. No. Those were the first two. That is the first Scott Peterson. His is already done. Go check that out. And then again, share, like, and follow on the videos that you see that do pop up, and especially if it resonates. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.